Hey, it's Paul Bacco, and what you're going to learn in this video is how Christians are leveraging Facebook to build a recurring income business. So what powers the Finder's business model? Well, one of the things that does is Facebook. It's simple, scalable, takes 3 hours or so to set up for the very first time. After that, you can click a button to make more ads in about 2 minutes. If you're part of our Christian Business Incubator, we actually just set all that stuff up for you so you can get started in even less time. And you can start at 10, 15 bucks a day, and you get leads flowing into your business in 48 hours or less. Qualified homeowners who need the help that you can provide as a finder. And what I love most is that I can take somebody who's never done anything in business and get them up to speed in 1 or 2 days. If somebody has any sort of background in business, marketing, Facebook, management, anything like that, it takes them less than half a day. Now, I'm not saying that once you get your machine up and running, you're going to do your first deal up and immediately and make 10 grand. You're not going to walk down the sidewalk and get whacked in the head with a $10,000 a month recurring income. Not at all. Okay, this is not a get rich quick deal. This takes work, but it's simple. It's an elegant business model, and I love that. Again, after reviewing over 100 different business models and starting 10, I can say with confidence that this is a fantastic business model. The last thing I want to tell you is that mindset is impacted by velocity. Meaning, if you have a business model that you're starting and it takes you a year to get into traction, that's going to be hard to manage your mindset, my friend, because you're going to have to be ping-ponging back and forth and fighting against chasing shiny objects. Is this the right one? Is this not the right one? Is the grass greener over there? However, and on the flip side, if you start a business model and it takes you 1 day to start to see fruit, to start to see results, that massively and drastically benefits your mindset, because at least you can see, hey, this is actually like creating like leads. Like this is not rocket science. This is showing signs of life, right? And for me, it was amazing because once I started creating leads, I'm like, my gosh, if I can just talk to enough of these people, I've won. It's game over. So the speed of which and the complexity or lack of complexity, so the complexity or the simplicity of a business model has a massive impact on your mindset. That's why it's so important to align your model with the mindset. And of course, the mentoring, because the mentoring has an incredible impact on your mindset as well, because knowing you have a bat phone, you have insurance, right? Knowing that you're less than a day away from getting any question you have answered, done, right? By people that have fruit on the tree and have done it and seen everything and helped others produce that result. That's another massive boost for the mindset, okay? So let me ask you a question. What business is American Airlines in? Seems like a simple question, right? They're in the travel business, right? The planes and the airports kind of gave it away, right? Sure, flying passengers from point A to point B is where they make their money. Or is it? Listen to this. In 2018, American Airlines made more money through co-branded credit cards than it did through flying passengers. Let that sink in a minute. In 2018, American Airlines made more money through co-branded credit cards than it did through flying passengers. What? American Airlines flew nearly 200 million passengers that generated nearly $2.6 billion in total operating income and added $3.1 billion in revenue from frequent flyer points credit card offers. Okay? Or in simple terms, all of American Airlines' profit came from credit card offers, not from flights. All of American Airlines' profit came from credit card offers, not from flights. Why is this important? What does this have to do with us and creating a simple $10,000, $20,000 a month recurring revenue stream? Because it demonstrates the power of aggregating audiences, which is exactly what paid traffic platforms like Google and Facebook do. American Airlines does it physically. They line up people side by side, whereas Google and Facebook and other ad networks do it digitally with our desktop, our laptop, our tablets, and mobile devices. So to put that in perspective, in 2019, 98.5% of Facebook's global revenue, $65.7 billion came from advertising. Not to be outdone, Google generated nearly $135 billion in ad revenue in 2019 as well. Is Facebook a social network? Yes. Is Google a search engine? Of course. Is American Airlines a flight? Like, do they transport passengers through airplanes? Definitely. But the business they're all in is selling access to their audience attention. Google sells real-time access to people who are searching for solutions to problems through Google search, and people who are browsing websites across the vast Google display network, which Google estimates reaches 98% of the global internet users. Facebook sells real-time access to people who might be the ideal prospects for our Finders business through the combination of demographic, psychographic, and behavioral characteristics. This is important because it gives us, as finders and business owners, a simple, practical, and scalable mechanism to clearly define our optimal audience and customer pools based on their intent, active versus passive, location, interests, behavior, and demographics. Then, when we begin to interact with those audiences, we can see performance data with decimal place accuracy and modify our efforts based on the data. Remember, in business, the data tells us what to do. Finally, we can spend dollars per day or thousands per month, which we can turn up or we can turn down in real time, meaning we can predictably hit the goals we set with the Finders business model powered by Facebook. That's the power of Facebook and the Finders business model, layered on top of the foundation of your mindset, your mentor, and your model. So listen, if you're interested in learning more about how you can use the Finders model to accelerate your profits and turn that profit into wealth with both one-time income and recurring monthly income, without working 9-to-5 jobs, without working a dinosaur business, without 40, 70 hours a week, without trudging through Cubicle City, then go to my website, christianentrepreneurinc.com/tips, or just christianentrepreneurinc.com and scroll down and click on the manifesto button. There will be a step-by-step overview of the Finders model that's working for hundreds of Christians like yourselves today, right here, right now. So if you're a Christian looking to quit your job, if you're a Christian looking to get into a better business, a better model to create passive income, and work on those desires that God put in your heart, I just believe, look, God puts the desires in our hearts, right? So if there's something in your heart that only you can do, but yet you're working in a business or at a job that other people can do, well, let those other people do what they can do. That way you're clear and free what only you can do, right? That's the kingdom, my friend. So click the link, check it out, okay? We hope to hear from you soon, and have a blessed day.